What's up, people? We are back with more of Sound of Drop Fall into Poison. So in the previous video we kinda picked the wrong option at this particular choice, and it resulted in us getting the bad ending, which was called My Form. I believe it was the second one. So yeah, I chose the option I have no choice but to run straight, because well, all of the fish tanks cracked with the jellyfish in them. Some of them were poisonous. We tried to just kind of run through it, which, you know, it sounds risky, but it's actually, I personally thought it would be a better option than, you know, not thinking of anything and just simply standing there, letting the water level rise and the jellyfish slowly swim towards you. But apparently that is not the right choice, so we're gonna have to go with this particular option, which is no, I can't think of anything. So yeah, the question was basically as if the area I'm in is shrinking. Water and jellyfish are both heading towards me, and it's impossible for me to touch the floor. So we have to choose this one. I can't think of anything. No, I can't think of anything. I'm becoming panicked. If I don't calm down, with my thoughts swirling around so frantically, I'm getting even more confused. It's a vicious cycle. My sandals are getting dirty. Oh no, not the beautiful sandals. It isn't the first thing that occurs to me, but regardless, it's my only clear thought. The puddles of water are gradually drawing closer, and I can't feel anything from the strange jellyfish. I feel my heartbeat speed up as my chest starts to hurt from nervousness. Wow, they're getting more and more. At this point, I have to run through without worrying about my sandals. Though they are sandals, the soles are strong. As long as the jellyfish don't jump, I probably won't get stung. Little by little, the safe spots are disappearing. I tightly pull my legs together, which makes me stagger. Uh-oh. Kya! I let out a small scream and straighten up a bit, without nothing behind me to lean against. I'm just about cornered. I wonder if I'll die of jellyfish poison. Rocked by waves of blended nervousness and fear, I carelessly entertain that line of thinking. The meter gauging my fear must be in full tilt. I think with cool self-deprecation. You from earlier. Huh? It's Kenji. The sudden yell confuses me. Upon looking in the direction of the voice, I see that the door has been thrown open and a man is standing there. Shoot! Why are your feet exposed? It can't be helped. This is definitely Hiyoshi-san. The man we had called names is now gently removing his shoes and tossing them over to me. My mind races as I catch them. They are thick-soled boots. Put those on and make your way over here. All of the jellyfish floating here have deadly poison. Be careful. See, this is what I mean. Like, the option itself didn't seem like the safe option, but you just kind of wait for some miraculous thing, which in this case was Kenji just showing up out of nowhere to come and help us, which is not really, I feel like you're putting yourself in more danger at the hope of someone coming to save you, and that doesn't seem like the best option to me, but whatever, it's fine. Kenji has come to save us. I'll take it. I take off my sandals and put my feet into his boots, just as he tells me to. The size doesn't fit at all, and they are way too big, but not so big that I can't walk in them. I cautiously take a step, and, confirming it's alright, take my second, then third steps towards him with my sandals in one hand. Thank you very much. You can thank me later. For now, don't look around, just come toward me. I know my breathing is increasingly rough, and I get a little embarrassed. However, knowing some concessions will have to be made, I walk through the water and over the jellyfish. When I step on a jellyfish, I can feel the squishing sensation through the shoes and shudder. There are shards of glass in the puddles, and that makes me want to thank Hiyoshi-san for being considerate enough to lend me such strong shoes. I can walk the remaining meter. Hiyoshi-san feels fairly close, or seems. Adjusting my breathing, I carefully take the remaining 3 steps. There is no mistake. In my carelessness, I have overlooked the transparent jellyfish at my feet. Even though I can't see it, I can clearly feel it, and the baggy boots I am wearing throw off my balance. Uh-oh. At this rate, I'll end up on my butt. If I fall now, all of the help I have received will be for nothing. Watch out! However, my body is supported by some strength that pulls me back. Hiyoshi-san's right hand has grabbed onto my left wrist. It was a close one. Just like that, I'd been pulled out of the room with the broken tanks. As soon as I was out of danger, Hiyoshi gave me a mighty pull and shut the fire door. Hiyoshi Kenji to the rescue. Doesn't this seem like a modern version of the souvenir shop that Mayu and her little sister went to play the gacha gacha machine and get their keychains from? It really looks similar. This is in front of the souvenir stand. More importantly, why are you here? Hiyoshi-san steadies me against the wall in front of the souvenir stand. The terror from a moment ago hasn't escaped through the heavy, dark, grey emergency door. Isn't this Manten Aquarium? Besides, before I met up with you, Hiyoshi-san, there was so much. Hiyoshi-san just stares at me in my fluttered state, or flustered. Alright, calm down, Mayu-chan. A wry grin appears on Hiyoshi-san's face, and he motions in front of the souvenir stand before sitting down. Today, I have nothing but bad memories in relation to the floor, so I merely lean against the wall. The gacha gacha machines are still here, or there, but the whole lineup is new, and I don't know a single one of the products. Well then, have you calmed down a bit? Yes, thank you very much, Hiyoshi-san. Yeah, I'm glad, and you can call me by my first name. I don't really care who's older and who's younger. The 3 choices of Hiyoshi-san. Whenever there's 3 choices, and I'm not sure which one to choose, I always choose the middle one. I always did this in tests as well for some reason. Like when there were multiple choice questions, and it was like A, B, and C, and I was like, if I am really uncertain of which answer it is, I always choose the middle one, because if I'm wrong, I can at least feel better about myself by saying I was right next to the right answer, you know? Because if it was A, B is right next to it. If it was C, B is also right next to it. So that was for me. That's how I tried to rationalize my choosing of B every single time I was just unsure. So we're just gonna go with the middle one again, because the middle one is the middle one. What is it you know about this aquarium, Hiyoshi-san? Jeez, I told you that you can call me by my given name. That wry grin appears again, but there's nothing I can do. I have some hesitation about actually calling an older guy by his given name, and I've only heard his first name once, so I don't really remember it. After that, Hiyoshi-san makes a serious face. I think of him as a light-hearted person, but as his mouth straightens, his face seems very focused. Well, it's fine. At any rate, there's only one thing I know. This is Manten Aquarium, but it is not Manten Aquarium. It's not Manten Aquarium? Something like that. I don't know the principle or the cause behind it, but this Manten Aquarium is on a distinct time axis from the one you and I visited earlier, Mayu-chan. That's why That's what I think. And I can't think of it as anything else. A different time? Whether past or present, you could even call it a parallel world, Hiyoshi-san adds. What? I can't understand what he's saying, not in the least. How do you know this, Hiyoshi-san? That is... Hiyoshi-san mumbles and snorts. He looks my way and smiles bitterly. Mayu-chan, didn't you meet any friends or acquaintances from long ago? Huh? On the contrary, you didn't see any staff or other customers, did you? His words seemed very enlightened. I couldn't think of a single thing. Why the hell am I getting goosebumps right now? I don't know, what the hell? The moment he mentioned like that it's on a different time, my body started to react weirdly and suddenly I got goosebumps and all that. I'm trying to like rub them back in my body, which makes no sense, but you know, I'll be like, be gone, goosebumps, and I just rub over it. After all, I had just come from that experience firsthand. However, there was something that bothered me as well. Hiyoshi-san had said long ago, Mari, who hadn't changed since that day. But then, why? I don't get it. That bit about long ago. Therefore, I rejected it. In doing so, I could affirm the fact that I had reunited with Mari. Is that so? It seems I had said something a bit strange then. As he looks away and says this, I have no response for him. Staying like that for a moment, Hiyoshi-san says, by the way, and continues speaking. I think what caused the glass in the jellyfish tank to rupture was an expansion of gas from something within the tank. So the gas expanded and erupted the tank from within? If we're thinking about the cause, right. Since there's no staff in a space-time distortion, then it's not strange for the oxygen modulation here to break down. Then, it wasn't the work of ghosts? To my murmuring, he had no answer. Even if we have to force ourselves, we should think positively, right? For us to have come here, and there to be ghosts, it's not something I can take. Can we get back to our original time axis? Or something like it? We can get back, definitely. Hiyoshi-san asserts decisively, without looking me in the eye. Once again, he starts the next topic with a quick, by the way. That girl who was with you, the one who seemed into the occult and stuff, what happened to her? You mean Himeno? Yeah, Himeno-chan. Weren't you together? I inflate my cheeks without thinking about it. When he notices, I become embarrassed and look down. I rest my hands on my knees and moving them up and down say, I don't know. You're a pretty easy read, Mayu-chan. Got into an argument, did you? It has nothing to do with you, Hiyoshi-san. Still, you do get that there is something foul about this aquarium, right? Mayu-chan, you experienced that yourself. At his words, a pang of pain surges through my chest. That room with the rotten corpses, the sudden cracking of the tank of the jellyfish booth. And when I think that the same accidents could happen to Himeno, I instinctively leap up. Speaking honestly, I have no desire to see Himeno's face, but knowing that the whole aquarium is dangerous, I can't calm down. What ifs? Imagining possibilities alone makes me want to cry. Wait a second, Mayu-chan. You must be tired from all that's happened. Moving quicker than I do, Hiyoshi-san's hands holds me back. I'll go look for Himeno-chan for you. I'm more knowledgeable about this place. You wait here. Oh, please don't leave me alone. Dude, please don't. As he says this, Hiyoshi-san gives me a thumbs up. It was a mystery to me. We had only just met today, and had an inconsequential conversation, so I wondered why he had come to rescue me. He was even showing concern for Himeno. He was supposedly a total stranger, so why? Yeah, there's much more to him than just a total stranger, for sure. Oh god. Without hearing my response, he starts walking away from where the jellyfish booth was. His face in profile made me feel very reassured. Oh god, please Hiyoshi-san. What does that mean? Like, please go ahead and look for her? Or please Hiyoshi-san, don't go? Which one is it? Please wait, I'll go. I don't know. It's either... I don't know. I just actually don't want him to leave. Like, can we go together? Could that be an option? He can carry me if he feels that I'm, you know, not in the right condition to look for Himeno. Let's choose this one. Please, Hiyoshi-san. Trusting in his masculine appearance, I bowed deeply. In reality, it was as Hiyoshi-san had said. So in this case, we're saying like, please go look for her. I had very little stamina to begin with, and now fatigue was building up inside me. Deciding to stay standing up was good, as these heavy legs of mine were a proof of. As for things with Himeno, it would be best to talk them through later. If we talked them over in this tense state, we would probably just get into another argument. Hiyoshi-san might even serve as our mediator. As expected in this gloomy building, he didn't have to walk far before he disappeared. The sound of his gradually fading footsteps had also disappeared. The only thing I could hear nearby was my own breathing. That's why that high, roaring scream pierced right through my eardrums. Yeah! What? It was a scream that seemed to have echoed through every corridor. No, in and out of the whole building. It wasn't just someone shouting, but someone crying out as if they're splitting apart their throat. At the sense of impending danger that voice bore, my own throat began to tighten. That scream, that voice wasn't merely familiar. It was the voice of Hiyoshi-san, who had been right in front of me just 1 minute earlier. After that single loud scream, I could no longer hear his voice. Hiyoshi-san? Oh god, oh no, I have a bad feeling about this, obviously. I quickly stand up, running to the source of the scream. This place connects to the tube tunnel booth and the souvenir shop. That's where I heard the voice coming from. I run towards the tunnel tank. Huh? Mayu-chan, I told you to wait there for me. More importantly, that scream a minute ago, did something happen? Hiyoshi-san is sitting at the entrance of the tunnel tank, not far from the aquarium entrance. At my question, he gives the wishy-washy reply of, "You were worried about me. I'm so happy." Nah, it's a somewhat embarrassing story, but it looked like there was a person floating inside that tank. Under the circumstances, it just surprised me. A person in the tank. Speaking of which, Himeno mentioned something like that. But I'm glad. I thought you'd gotten caught up in some terrible situation like I had earlier. I was relieved from the bottom of my heart. Following that relief, I became aware of my own fear of being isolated again. Chuckling, Hiyoshi-san scratches his head. Say, Mayu-chan. Oh god! I never got to hear the rest of what he was going to say. Huh? It all took place in a matter of seconds, leaving me unable to make sense of what had happened. However, I gradually realized what was unfolding before my eyes. What? From Hiyoshi-san's neck up, I could see through to the tank. Oh my god. I didn't understand what I was seeing. In other words, his head was no longer where it should have been. Having lost a piece of himself, so valuable to the human body, he collapsed slowly on the spot. From there, He never moved again. Oh my god, what the freaking hell? What? What the hell? Why would that suddenly happen? Soaking up the blue lighting, his reddish black blood spread across the floor. Oh my god, she's covered in blood. Oh, this is so creepy. This music as well. No! This time, it was my turn to split my vocal cords. Oh, are we gonna see a decapitated Kenji? Holy crap. Why? How had he gotten like this? What could have happened to him, have left him in this state? Yoshi-san's head tumbles along the ground and catches my eye. His eyes are wide and his pupils dilated. The grin I had seen hours earlier still spread across his face. Oh god, I have such a bad feeling right now. There are marks at the nape of his neck, as if his head had been bitten clean off. Remember earlier when we were inside that dark place, where also with the rotten fish corpses? Wasn't there like a decapitated head there? And Hiyoshi-san said that that particular place was on like a different time axis completely. So could that have been actually Hiyoshi's head? No, right? That would be really even more creepy. Oh my god. Hiyoshi-san. I intended to run and leave the dead Hiyoshi-san. Whatever left those bite marks was clearly still nearby, but I couldn't do it. What? Don't tell me we're dead as well. It hurts. The area below my knees had become completely pitch black. My boots. Mom! There is no pain. Only the visualization of pain running through my mind. Oh my god, another freaking bad ending, isn't it? In spite of losing my legs, I can't actually feel the pain. Of course not. That body of mine has lost its legs. I'm watching it from a separate place. This subjective point of view would have been impossible while I was alive. My head was already just like Hiyoshi-san's, just rolling around the floor. The cold temperature of my blood, that was the last thing I felt. Right before I lost consciousness, I saw its unbelievable true form through the wavy mist of my fading vision. With many fangs and a giant body, it was a fish. What the crap? A fish killed us? Or what? Decapitation One. What the hell? This is so strange. Like, what the hell? We were just walking in a tunnel tube. Poor Hiyoshi-san. He's the one floating with the jellyfish right now. But yeah, I guess that is another bad ending. Dang. Let's look at the list. Is this actually the third one? Yeah, it's the third one. So that is actually just how the bad endings are going to be presented. It isn't just bad ending and then the game actually ends. It's just you choose a bad option and then that results in a bad ending. But you can always just go to that particular choice where you chose the wrong path and then, you know, pick the other option and then be on your way towards the true endings, because otherwise it would be really punishing. And it kind of sort of already is, but it's kind of interesting in a way as well, because you can sort of see all these. I mentioned it in previous video as well. You sort of see all these different branches of what the other option results into. But yeah, a lot of them are just basically result in death. And this one, I just feel like this is so weird. I mean, it might be because so many things are still mysterious about the entire aquarium in general. So, you know, us being decapitated right now by something that we don't even know what it is, or you know. Right now that seems weird, but I think the further we get along in the story, that's going to get resolved, or at least it's going to become more clear then. But yeah, I think the video is a bit on the short side, so we're just gonna continue a bit up until the point, or we're gonna go back now to the point where we made the option of Hiyoshi going alone, but now I'm gonna go instead. Another interesting with the choices that while I was actually scrolling through is that it seems like the red choices are the ones that have a really big impact, because there you can see that like the text is red, the entire bar is sort of reddish. There are options as well, like for example with the 3 Hiyoshi sounds, that was in at least greenish or bluish. So I guess these are like, when you see the color red, it means that it could be one of those options that could result in a bad ending, so you need to kind of be wary of that, I guess. So yeah, let's choose the other option. Please wait, I'll go. Please wait, I'll go. Somehow, moving my heavy legs, I followed behind Hiyoshi-san. It would have been easier to leave it to Hiyoshi-san. However, Himeno was my best friend. Though I can't believe we had fought, that reality can't be changed. So I want to go get her. Since the souvenir shop is near the entrance, Hiyoshi-san heads towards the closest tunnel tank. If Himeno is still in the building, then we need to look everywhere for her. I'm able to catch up with Hiyoshi-san before he enters the tunnel. I'm going too! Huh? Mayu-chan, I told you to wait there for me. I can't do that, because Himeno is my friend. On hearing what I said, Hiyoshi gives me a patronizing look while grinning at me. Looking into the tunnel from the outside, I realized it hasn't changed from the Manten Aquarium I had seen earlier that day. Large fish like manta rays and sharks swim about. This is the tunnel tank. If you two went in order earlier, then shouldn't we start with the first exhibit? I nod, as what Hiyoshi-san said is right. He adds right and walks on. I notice something there and pull him back. Look, over there! I say as I point to an area nearby that's visible from the entrance. As the silhouette becomes clearer on close observation, I become frightened. Something hops freely from side to side. It bounces about the tunnel numerous times, then stops itself. After bouncing up and down on the floor several times, it ceases to move, completely exhausted. Straining my eyes from far away, I can see that it is a fish. From what I can see from 10 meters away, it has sharp fangs and a body as thin as a rail. That might be a cutlass fish. Uh-oh. Oh, another red option. Hiyoshi-san mutters this, having laid eyes on the same thing I had. Still, fish aren't creatures that can hop up and down around a room like that. We should go get a better look. At any rate, let's head inside. From the information we gathered before is that it can pretty much just decapitate us like that, right? Because apparently, I don't even know how the hell there's a fish like walking around in the tunnel or like flapping around in the tunnel in ways that it could actually decapitate 2 people without them noticing. But alright. Anyway, we should get a better look. But yeah, with that knowledge that it is actually able to do that, is it wise to go get a better look at it? Or I don't know. We should go get it. I mean, you know what? If I get the bad ending again, then we're just gonna keep getting back to this choice anyway. So in the end, it doesn't really matter what I choose. Like, I'm actually I find the bad endings to be kind of funny in a sense. But the only thing is that it just always feels like it's halting progression in a way. But anyway, this just really doesn't make me feel like I should think too much about these choices, because either way it's either bad ending or we're just gonna keep continuing further. So at any rate, let's head inside. I suggest to him, yes, we should. It will be good to get a look at something lit. Oh my god. I never got to hear the rest of what he was going to say. Oh my god, this is exactly the... Yep, this is exactly the same text. Oh god, and then we die too. Decapitation 2? Oh god. No! Poor Hiyoshi-san. Oh god, and then we get sliced into pieces too. Holy crap. Oh my god, I'm getting goosebumps again. This game, man, is actually pretty damn freaky with the blood and Alright, so that was Decapitation 2. That cutlass fish is pretty damn strong. Right, so we found, I guess, the third bad ending. So yeah, we picked at any rate Let's Head Inside previously, which resulted in Decapitation 2. So we should get a better look. After waiting near the entrance for several seconds, a fish resembling a cutlass fish bounces around the tunnel, then flops down on the floor, causing the amount of fish corpses on the floor to increase. The gathering of numerous fish scales reflects the fluorescent light back like a kaleidoscope. Though it is the same as the fluorescent lighting, the light reflected back is vivid, putting the sensation of the scale's slipperiness in my mind. Ah, that's pretty creepy. Hiyoshi-san's lips curl up in disgust as he grumbles. I also thought it was creepy, but compared to the rotten corpses I had seen earlier, that was as far back as I allowed my memory to go. Could that be? In contrast to Hiyoshi-san, who had averted his eyes, I just continued to stare and was able to pick up on something. Those fish hopping around, they're coming from below. From that place that looks like a vent. From the beginning of the tunnel, the fish hop up intermittently. It doesn't appear as though they are going to stop, with a new fish popping up after a fixed interval of time passes. The fish mechanically shoot out of the vent, ricochet about the tunnel at high speed, then finally, their vigor exhausted, die as they land in a pile on the floor. At the moment they fall, the fish's long, narrow bodies wriggle like snakes. They collide with the other fish as they cease moving, the next fish hopping to its death in the same manner. They are! Good eye, Mayu-chan! As so many strange things have happened that I'm probably becoming used to them. Unable to bear these strange circumstances any longer, a self-deprecating smile reaches my lips as I give a light laugh. Whoa! At the same time as a fish leaps up, Hiyoshi-san takes a handkerchief from his pocket and tosses it into the giant cylinder. The fish pierces the handkerchief once as it dances in the air, then the fish passes through it a second, and then a third time as it bounces repeatedly. In an instant, the fabric he tossed has become dust. On placing myself in the handkerchief position, I subconsciously cover my neck. It shouldn't penetrate this. Himeno. Not having a form should mean it isn't going through. A form, a dead body. I didn't want those words to pass my lips, but it was definitely as Hiyoshi-san had said. Mayu-chan, you don't remember where you and Himeno-chan split up, do you? I looked down and tilted my head to the side. I'm worried about Himeno. I can no longer make baseless statements like, Himeno is fine because she's Himeno. The reality is that if Hiyoshi-san hadn't rescued me, I'd no longer be in this world. There's no way I can let that happen to Himeno. I have to hurry and meet up with her, then find a safe place. Holy crap. Well, I guess we're gonna end the video here. We found 2 bad endings, I guess. I'm still on the fence about like so many bad endings, because I thought that with the bad endings that there were bad and good endings that would be at like at the end of the story, and that every single one of your choices shapes why you get that bad ending, but it's essentially just you make the wrong option out of the two, which results in the bad ending. But it's a fun little thing that I think that I don't think I've seen it very often or at all in other visual novel games, but I'm still kind of 50-50 about it. But I can see the good parts about it and some of the bad parts as well. But nevertheless, it is an interesting thing, so we're definitely going to continue with this game because this game is creepy as hell. I don't know how I feel, man. Just those two decapitation things, like, it was so creepy seeing her covered in blood and then that decapitated body of Kenji as well. But yeah, we're gonna keep looking for Himeno in the next video, so thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next video. By the way, I quickly just want to ask you guys, because this is the way that I've been doing this, you know, of showing the bad ending whenever I get one and then reverting back to the last possible option where I pick the bad ending and then choose the other one. I guess that is the best. That's the best way I personally think would be the best way of doing it. But I don't know if you guys enjoy it that way or just want me to like cut out whenever I find the bad endings, just cut them out every single time and then just keep going with the story, because I can sort of feel that getting a bad ending every time, for me personally, that's one of the bad things as well, that it sort of disrupts the flow a little bit, because now it feels like we had two bad endings, but the story in and of itself in this video didn't progress that much. So I could show all the bad endings if you want me to just continue with one good story all the way until the end and then cutting out all the bad endings. If you want me to do that instead, then I'll maybe show like all the bad endings that you can possibly get in separate videos at the end, but that also means a lot of separate videos as well. So this is a better way of doing it to keep the amount of videos to a minimum, I guess. I don't know. There's different ways of doing it, and again, both of them have positive and negative things, I guess. So it's just up to you what you, or just let me know which one you prefer. But this is, for me personally, what I think is the best way of doing it, but I don't want to disrupt the flow too much. So if you kind of feel like, yeah, this is disrupting it a bit too much, I might change my way of doing things for this. But for now, I'm gonna stick with this, but I'm still interested in hearing what you guys have to say about it. So yeah, let me know in the comments, and this is gonna be the end of this video. So once again, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video, because we need to find Himeno-chan. Come back, Himeno-chan. We miss you. Kenji actually asked where we split up, and I'm pretty sure it was either inside the tunnel or right outside of it, because we ran out, didn't we? Never mind. It wasn't inside the tunnel. It's definitely outside the tunnel, because we chased after Mari, and for a little while Himeno chased after us as well. But yeah, we'll figure stuff out in the next video. So see you then. Peace!